Hello, Pisces. Welcome and welcome back to Pisces Network, you guys. Y'all. Don't mind my lint roller. We're going to get into this reading. Pisces, we're going to see what the energy is in your space, in your sacred space, and what is the energy around you. So kind of like, what's your energy? What's the energy around you? Catch the vibe. Get the situation. I hope you guys are doing well. As always, be sure to like and subscribe to continue to catch the vibe. We're going to get into it. And you guys, I'm like in the dark ages with technology. I like technology to a certain degree, but sometimes it's like difficult for me to maneuver. But I've made some developments that some of you guys may be really excited about because we do the 2 for 20s. And I've started back doing them lately. And I got some things cooking. So you guys be sure to like the video. Be sure to subscribe and turn on your post notifications to all so you know the next time that I go live. Okay? Because I feel like it's going to be a lot better. Y'all, and I just put lotion on. I'm ashy. Okay, but let's get into it, y'all. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you to all of my members and moderators and subscribers. I appreciate you guys, okay? Appreciation, gratitude. Be grateful for what you have. I'm telling you, that Project Pat song, that's my anthem. Love what you got and remember what you had. Be grateful. Because it could be a lot worse. And that could be your mentality right now if you guys are in a certain... Ooh, look at what popped out, Pisces. In a certain state of mind. Safe says secure, sheltered, and protected. That could be how you're feeling. Yeah. Love what you got and remember what you had. My vibe. So whatever the storm is outside. The storm is not hitting you. The storm is not touching you. You are safe and protected from something. Anything negative that you hear or witness or experience or maybe even feel, to me, it's outside of you. It's not actually in your space. Okay, desperate, frantic, out of control, in need, and inspired, moved, stimulated, challenged. So there is some sort of desperation that's prompting you to fortify your safe space. And it's causing you to be very inspired to do things that you may need to do, okay? All right, so what's Pisces energy? The energy within Pisces spirit. See? Baby, free and happy, free and happy, free and happy. Didn't I say that in a reading recently? I believe I did. You've released yourself from a cage. You've not only unlocked the cage door, but you've actually taken the step to leave. And I believe I brought this up before in another reading. If you guys have ever watched animals be released into the wild after being in captivity for any specific amount of time, sometimes depending on the animal and depending on the situation, the cage door will be open and they will still hesitate to leave out of the cage. And some of them will hesitate momentarily. Some of them won't hesitate at all, but some of them will for a minute. And then they'll kind of like get their bearings, step out, look around, and then they jet off and they're gone. Some of them are more cautious, and even when the cage is open, it takes a lot to get them out of the cage. Sometimes the handlers have to like pull them out of the cage, and it's different for all of us. It's different for everybody. So it should never be a situation where you're judging yourself or you're judging someone else or someone else is judging you. It's all based on our own time. But what this feels like to me is that you finally spread your wings to leave the cage, no matter how long the door has been open. No matter what you had to do to open the door, you're spreading your wings and leaving the cage that was basically keeping you bound. Now, it says liberated, independent, and unburdened. Unburdened by what has been, baby. We're going to unburden us. If this little slogan does not stop coming into my life, I swear. Yes, that is funny. And then we have happy. blissful, joyful, content, feeling good, feeling great, feeling great, feeling good. How are you? You could be asking someone, how are you? Or saying, how are you? Hey, how are you? Somebody may want you to know how they feel, or you want to express to people how you feel. You could be excited about something and you want to shout it from the rooftops. But just remember, don't get discouraged by people who like in Coming to America when he comes and says whatever he screamed, whatever Eddie Murphy was screaming in the street, and somebody was like, shut the up. You're going to have those people yelling at you to be quiet, but it doesn't matter, because whatever you want to scream from the rooftops, you should do that. Yeah. I feel like you want people to know how you feel so that they can feel the same way. Like if you do express yourself or you share some type of joy for your life and where you are, it's because you want people to be able to experience that same joy. Okay. See, ooh, shit. Envious, it says jealous, suspicious, possessive. And then we have hopeless, pessimistic, despondent, defeated. So it's like you're really desperate to find this safe space, this happiness. You're really desperate to gain this freedom and this happiness in your life. But your energy, I feel like if there was a situation where you were jealous or envious, or you wished for something or coveted something that you felt like you couldn't have or you couldn't get, or you saw someone else being able to do something that you really wanted to do, it's like you've set yourself free from the cage of thinking that you couldn't have it. And that's a really positive thing. And, no matter how much people may, not vibe with me necessarily because of how long-winded I am or the things that I say, that's the ultimate goal for me to you. Like from me to you. I want you guys to be able to see the parts of yourself that could be restricting you, that if you kind of like tweak a little bit, it won't be such a restriction. And it's okay to be real with yourself about your feelings. There's certain people in situations that I become envious of sometimes. Not really envy. It's more so like jealousy. And I've explained it to you guys before. Jealousy is different from envy, at least in my perspective. Jealousy is more innocent, kind of like that childlike desire to want something and see someone doing something. And you may have why am I not talking? You may have trauma or toxic trauma or something that happened in your life that makes you think you can't have what they have, or makes you think you're not capable of doing what they're doing, or it makes you think that you don't deserve something that someone else is able to receive. And those barriers, those binds, those cages that we put ourselves in can produce that type of jealousy sometimes, where it's like, dang, I wish I could have that. And it's not that you're not happy for the person who has it. It's just you want to have it too. And sometimes you can be in that space. But envy is a little bit different, because to me, envy is a deeper hatred that comes from people who kind of don't want you to have it. They want to have it, but they don't want you to have it. So you have to, calibrate yourself and see if, you fall in any of those categories. But it feels like for me, a lot of you guys were very upset because you felt like things were working out for other people around you, but it kind of felt to you that it never works out for you. And it doesn't necessarily mean that that's true. I just feel like you guys are realizing that you don't have to create a storm for yourself where it's not there. Okay? There could also be people around you who are trying to project this negativity on you because they see something positive happening for you in your life. And you could be picking up on that. But we also don't need to be delusional either. We don't need to be oblivious to our own emotions and feelings and why we feel that way. Because if we're real with ourselves, then we can kind of target the issue and move forward from it a lot better and more productively. So to me, it feels like you guys are really happy because there's a time that's coming into your life where you're about to have the things that you've seen other people receive, but that you felt maybe that you couldn't receive it. Because that's the vibe that I get from this reading. It's not that you didn't want other people to have things. It's like, dang, there's enough resources and enough space and opportunity on this planet for us all to have good things. And I think you were grappling with or possibly struggling with the idea that you didn't have some of the things that you desired, even though you knew that fact about our earth and about our reality that there's abundance for everyone. And it just probably seemed to you guys for a while that even though you believe that your abundance is for everyone and that you should have what it is that you deserve because there's ample opportunity for it, it still felt like you weren't getting it. And that could have been where the issue was created. But these are really positive, beautiful cards. And Pisces, I feel like your energy is in a very positive place. You bounce back well. Just know that, okay? So what's the energy around Pisces? Let's see. What's the energy around Pisces, Spirit? Uh-oh, it's reversed. Proud, victorious, accomplished, masterful, but it came out in reverse. So this could be a person around you who is prideful. They may have victory. They may have accomplished a lot of things. They may be a master at things, but they're very prideful, so it makes their attitude a little funky. Or this could be someone who's feeling depressed because they haven't accomplished as much as they would like to. Which again, that's why I said you got to know what energy is yours, honey, because sometimes what I've realized too is that I've gotten into fights, I've gotten into arguments, I've been in a depressive state because I'm empathically picking up on other people's energy. What else is the energy around Pisces? Guilty. Guilty, guilty, guilty. Blameworthy, responsible, at fault. Someone's not proud of their actions. Someone around you is not proud of their actions. Bored, uninterested, apathetic, jaded, and envious. Ooh. So because of someone's boredom, they took some type of action that they don't feel very proud of. And it comes from a place of that jealousy or envy. One more card for the energy around Pisces. Regretful. Golly, what is going on? Remorseful, sorry, repentant. Yeah. So someone allowed their apathy, their disinterest for life, disinterest for their situation, disinterest for the world, their boredom, their lack of aspirations to get the best of them in a way where it made them take action that now they regret. That's crazy. Excited, elated, thrilled, enthusiastic, and then worried, concerned, troubled, uneasy. That's crazy. What does that mean? There could be a person around you, Pisces. I'm getting the vibe of a person around you that could be very excited for you and what's happening in your life. But what's happening in your life could be highlighting the ways that they're unhappy with their life. And that, I think, tends to happen more than what you think. A lot of times, your energy highlights, like I say, you're a mirror. It highlights all of the things within a person that they don't want to see. So it may not be something that they did to you that they're not proud of. It just may be something that they're choosing to do in their life. Because like when a dog eats a shoe or when an animal kind of like, oh my God, these cats. I had to put literally scotch tape around my charger to my laptop because Percy, I think it was Percy, but somebody chewed through 2 of my charger cords, bruh. 2 of my charger cords got chewed deep up. I think it was actually 3. And he chewed through both my headphones. I had to buy, I went out and bought a 2-pack of headphones for my laptop. I bought a 2-pack of chargers for my laptop. And then I had to turn around and rebuy the 2 chargers and the 2 headphones because they all got chewed up. On top of the laptop charger that was factory, included with my laptop. all of the cords got chewed up. And I'm like, what is going on? So I had to literally, and then somebody chewed up my son's charger for his phone. And I'm like, what is going on? And it was probably because, you know, animals, they get stressed out when we just moved. So they get stressed out. Like if I'm going to show y'all this is just an example, y'all. Look, to prove the point. You see this cord on the wall over here? You see that cord right there running up the wall? And how I got the tape on it? That's another thing that they chewed up. There's tape right there in that little slot that's next to the TV, and the cord is taped to the TV. Because one of the cats chewed up the cord. They chewed up my charger cord, my headphones, my son's cord, and the Amazon Fire Stick cord, which I had to buy a new cord, and it was so long. So I got it up on like thumbtacks. And I had to literally tape it to the wall so they would not chew it up, because I swear to God, if I had to buy another cord from Amazon, I was going to throw one of them outside, and they were going to be outside cats. Not throw them literally. I would never abuse an animal, but they were going to get put out. Okay. So that's what this reminds me of. It kind of reminds me of a situation where somebody has a nervous tick, or someone has like this nervous reaction mentality where when they get into a position where they're either bored or they're nervous or they're scared or they're anxious, they start to do things that they then regret later. And it could be a person who's genuinely excited for you, or this could be excitement about like wanting to change their ways and their actions, but not really knowing if they'll be accepted in this new form, or if people will take them seriously when it comes to like the new way that they choose to be. This is a very emotionally deep reading. That's what it feels like to me. Let's get another oracle card. Let's see. Overall, what is the situation, Spirit, for Pisces? I kind of want to use a different deck. And that's what I'm going to do. Trust your intuition, Pisces. Trust your instincts. It's like you're trying to judge a situation, or you're trying to decipher a situation with your intuition, and you might hear something and you're kind of like, did I just hear what I think I heard? Okay, what is this situation that Pisces is experiencing regarding their energy and the energy around them, Spirit? Show me more about this situation. Habits. Repeat the same mistakes, hanging on for no reason, hard to give them up. Yeah, and this could be somebody who you actually care about. I don't know. It feels like someone who maybe you take care of, like a parent or a child, with the worried card right there. Yeah, and sometimes, sometimes animals, they get really excited. This could be a pet reading for some of y'all. I don't know. Some of y'all have a pet that regrets destroying something that you really like or you love, and they feel guilty about it. Just love on them. If this is a child too, it feels like it could be a child. We have homeless. Oh my God, and I was talking about putting the cat outside. Homeless. And then we have checking on you. So there's a person here who's going to be checking on you, or your animal child. Which one of y'all got an emotional ass pet? Raise your hand. Good Lord. Rest in peace. Buried emotions. Let yourself move on. Grieve and let go. You may have kind of kicked someone out of your life. This storm could be this person. This could be a person who has really bad habits. They always get in trouble. They always involve you or find a way to bring you into some type of drama, and they feel left out from your life. They may be checking on you very soon, or they may have checked on you recently, but you don't feel like this person is a good person for you. With this control card, Escaping their demands, freedom to move, keep good boundaries. That's what you're trying to do, because this is a situation that caused you a lot of pain. It was like a death for you to move on from this person or to cut this person out of your life. That's what I'm getting from these two cards. Something had to come to an end because there was a situation here that really shocked you with this person that came to the forefront with this public eye card, surprised. Yeah, you found out a person's true character or a person's true nature. And it was something that was so blaringly in your face, obvious. Well, it might not have been obvious up front, but it was something that became so aggressively in your face that you couldn't avoid it. You had to like put your feelings aside for this person, whether it was platonic, romantic, or professional feelings. You had to put your feelings aside and let go of the situation. And that's what this feels like, as a person who has really bad habits. And if they check on you, you're going to feel like you need to keep your power in the situation, because whoever this is, it's like they try to overstep your boundaries. And you want to move on. Because whatever the demands are, it could be somebody abusive, it could be somebody controlling, but it could also be someone who's just codependent. And their presence in your life could create this storm, and it could be very demanding for you. It takes a lot of your energy to deal with this person because they always have you in a position of worry or stress. You may be excited because I'm kind of getting the vibe that the cards at the bottom and the back of the deck are your energy towards this person. And like on your side, the envious card was there, and then that other hopeless card was there with the ship. And it's like that's their energy towards your energy, and this is your energy towards their energy. It's like you may be excited that this person is finally seeing the truth, or they're finally seeing clearly how they come off. You may be happy for them to kind of like have an awakening that you feel like maybe they need to have. And you may be excited for them, not in a bad way. Like it's not like you are excited for their pain, but you're excited that not only you don't have to deal with it anymore and that you kind of cleansed yourself from the drama, but also it feels like you're kind of excited that they're seeing clearly how they need to evolve to become a better version of themselves. Because ultimately I feel like whoever this is, you guys don't have any ill will towards them. It doesn't feel like you have any negative, desires towards their life. You just don't want to be bothered with the stress. That's what it feels like to me. So let's see. Yeah, the star at the bottom. A lot of healing. That's what you're focused on. And you're kind of like with this safeguard, you're putting people, you're putting people at a distance. So what is this situation with the habits that Pisces is dealing with this person? What is this situation? Ooh. So somebody's going to send you a message. They're going to reach out to you. I feel like your path is confirmed, or you're very excited about the path that you're moving towards at this time. You're sure. Yeah, Four of Wands and the Lovers. Ooh, this could be a relationship. Could be love. There's some disagreement. There's a little bit of conflict here. This could have been someone you lived with, cohabitated with. It feels like this is someone who you had a really strong bond or connection with. This is probably somebody who's associated with some type of past spiritual connection. Some of y'all may call it twin flame. Okay, with the four, I'm just saying, with the Lovers and the Four of Wands, I can't talk mess on this one. Some of y'all, this could be someone you consider to be your twin flame. This could be someone who you feel a soul contract or a soul tie, or like they're a soulmate, something like that. There's a strong bond between you and this person, kind of drawing you in. Either you had past lives with this person, or you had some type of I'm hearing genealogy. I don't know. Maybe there was some type of ancestral connection with this person. But you know that there's some type of conflict like associated with this connection, whether on a spiritual level or a physical level. There's 5 wands. You know that this person is a person who you care for, that you love, but there's something here that creates a rift between you and this person. What's the Page of Wands? I also feel like you're accomplishing a lot of goals. You're being devil. We'll get to you, but you're accomplishing a lot of goals, Pisces, and people are seeing you accomplish goals and follow your dreams, follow your inspiration, follow your desires to success, and they may be feeling either motivated by you or a little bit discouraged by you. Some people may even be worried about you reaching a goal because of the fact that they feel guilty about some type of action that they took towards you that they're not proud of. So it doesn't have to be romantic. But we got this devil, this big back, ugly goof. Y'all heard that Dora Explorer version of Big Back? Instead of backpack, or whatever that song is, he said, big back, big back. Oh my God. The moon. Yeah, you're feeling a connection to either this person or a group of people. It feels like a person specifically. There's an emotional connection, emotional tie, an emotional bond that's really like embedded. 3 of Swords. Yeah, you're picking up empathically on someone's pain, their fears, everything that's within a person's subconscious mind, you know. So that's why I feel like the devil is here. You can read this person's mind. What's that song? I'm hearing it. I can read your mind, babe. I know what you're thinking. What's the rest? It's all right. I don't know. It's all right, yeah. And it's like, doom, 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 doom. What song is that, y'all? I know you're going to put it in the comments. What's this Page of Wands? Ooh. Yeah. You see the devil clearly. I feel like you were ignoring this person's toxicity for a long time, or you were ignoring this person's codependency for a long time, but now it's like it's confirmed and you know what it is. You are not about to repeat this mistake again. I feel like it's hard for you and this person to give each other up, but it's less hard for you because you don't want to repeat the same mistake. I feel like it's hard for them to give you up because they're just hanging on. What? 2 of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. This person was contemplating reaching out to you for a long time, but I feel like they reached out. Yeah. They didn't know what to do. Because somebody saw you move on. This is you successfully moving on. That's what it feels like. It's clear that you moved on. Somebody's trying to... Yes, baby girl. Somebody's trying to start something back up with you, but you know that they're toxic. That's crazy. What's this devil? What's this devil when it comes to this situation? Wheel of Fortune. Horn just beeped. Someone could be bipolar. Every time I get like the devil with like the Wheel of Fortune, I always think of somebody who's shifty. Like one day they love you, the next minute they hate you. One day they're, all happy and positive, and the next minute they're slapping you upside your head. Like it's just weird. The Sun and the Magician. Mm. Yeah, it's like they want to, I don't know. What is this? Wheel of Fortune with the devil? I know, but what's this? The Ace of Cups. King of Cups, Knight of Swords, and you're not responding. They're if this person reached out to you and communicated with you, you're not responding. But it could be causing you to have some type of internal response that you're not sharing. What's the Two of Swords reversed? Empress. Four of Cups, Knight of Wands. And you know what I was hearing earlier today before I started doing readings? I was hearing it's not me, it's you. Because usually people, I've said this before in readings. So it could be talking about the same person. I don't know. But I don't remember when I said it before. But you know how when people say it's not you, it's me? But in this case, it's literally not you, Pisces. It's them. And you're telling them, it's not me, it's you. You need to look at yourself. And I feel like y'all are right on track. Because you know that whatever's going on with this person, it ain't got nothing to do with you. That's a you problem, not a me problem. Child, how many times have I said that, Pisces? That just goes to show how many times and situations that you get in. And it's not necessarily anything that you're doing. It's just, I feel like, because like I said, you're very loving, you're very nurturing. You get in situations where you take on other people's shit. And it's like, then when you try to point out, hey, look, I love you, but this ain't mine. Then they get mad at you for pointing out that it's not yours and then for deciding not to deal with it. Which is insanity. And this person is realizing that it was never you, Pisces. It was always them. It was always their issue. What's the Empress with the Two of Swords reversed? Ace of Wands. It was at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, there's a new situation. You got the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups. This is like the new segment, the new chapter of your life that you're embarking upon, the new experiences that you're having, how things are changing for you. And I feel like the energy around you is of a person who, through watching you or through catching up with you or through checking on you, it's like they're realizing how far behind they are. They're realizing how they've held themselves back. It's like someone is trying to convince you that they've changed or trying to convince you that something will be different. There could be a person wanting to like reconcile, be friends again, be lovers again, all this type of stuff. But it's like, not only do you see that they're toxic, not only do you see clearly the negativity that could come from this situation, but it's like they also see that as well. And they're still going after it. And I feel like it's because, I don't know, maybe they feel like if they make up with you or if they have another chance with you that they can make up for what they did to you or other people in the past, but that's not true. Yeah, look, Ten of Wands. You're working really hard on something. You're putting a lot of time, energy, and effort into something that you're focusing on, that you're pouring a majority of your energy into. You're really close to achieving a goal that you have. You're putting in the work to achieve that goal. And a lot of abundance is coming towards you. It's making you light up like a lantern or a nightlight. So you may be a guide to someone, but it's like they're not looking at it the right way. And I feel like they're going to reach out to you thinking that if they can change your feelings in a situation and make you feel happy or make you feel positive or make up for something that they did, then it will erase what they did. But that's not true. And you know that too. What's Pisces energy towards this person or this situation? Six of Wands. You feel like you've overcome it. You feel like you've moved past this. Six of Wands. Judgment and the Knight of Swords. Yeah, it's something about the way that you reacted or responded when this person reached out. Or how you will react or respond if they haven't reached out. Like, if they already reached out to you, you may not have had any reaction. You may not have responded at all. And in the past, it could have been a situation where you would always say something, or you would always call them back or respond back or text back or whatever. But there's something different about the way that you responded this time that makes you realize that you finally overcome this situation. This could even be somebody trying to trigger you. It could be somebody trying to come in and throw a wrench in your plans or rain on your parade in some way. And you didn't respond to it. You didn't entertain it. You didn't react. And not only does it show this person that they're the problem, but it also shows you how much you've grown. You're getting a lot of spiritual confirmations. You're getting a lot of universal confirmations about the positivity coming into your life. And if you pay close attention, you'll realize how those confirmations coincide with the choices that you're trying to make, and it'll help you make choices in a more productive way. What's the Six of Wands for Pisces energy towards this situation? Eight of Wands and the Strength. Yeah, strong communication, Pisces. You have a lot of strong communication. And you're moving forward in a way that you're confident about the decisions that you make. Like, if this is somebody coming back from your past that's not proud of their actions towards you, and they did something because they have bad habits that was negative to you, if the door is closed, you're not teeter-tottering on the fence anymore, like maybe how you were in the past. You're not confused, like, because this is a person or a situation that knows how to tempt you, or it knows how to get you confused, get you on the fence, get you teeter-tottering, get you unsure of yourself. Well, maybe, like, they know how to get you in that place where you're like, I don't know, like where you're thinking about it, and they know that you're thinking about it, and they can read you to see what decision that you're going to make. But this time it's like, no. And they don't know what to do about that. Or it's just silence and there's no response. And that's a response in itself to this person. And they're like, well, maybe Pisces has changed. And it's more concrete because your communication is very strong. You're not necessarily being, overbearing or trying to force somebody to agree with you, but you're not entertaining that shit either. Six of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. You're reserving your energy, you're holding your energy back, and you're only distributing it or sharing it with people, places, things, situations that you're going to yield some type of long-term positive effect from. If it's going downhill fast, if something is going nowhere and going nowhere fast, you are not entertaining that shit. You're not giving any energy to it. There is no budging. There is no compromise. There's no negotiation. It's a no. And that's what's making you successful. What's the energy around Pisces? What is this? This card just popped out, the Star. There are a lot of people who are influenced by you doing this, and there's a lot of people who want to test you. What's the energy around Pisces when it comes to this situation? Jeez. Yep. Somebody wants you to give. 2 sixes. Crazy. Crazy work. Definitely somebody wants you to give. The star again at the bottom and the 10 of cups. Somebody's hoping that you're going to give this positive light, beautiful energy. This star and the 10 of cups, that's all you. That's all you. Somebody's really hoping to heal a situation, or they want to give you something to convince you that they're going to be this. But this 10 of cups has to be real in order for it to be beneficial. And I just don't think, with the whole flip-floppy energy that I was talking about and the whole situation where somebody can switch up on you at the drop of a dime, either they turn on you, they become abusive, they become detached, they become a ghoster, they become a gaslight, whatever it is that they do that turns into something that does not benefit you or that hurts you or that you don't like. That's what creates this false 10 of cups. That's what creates this energy of this 6 of pentacles, where it's like, I'm the judge and the jury, and I'm going to decide what version of me that you get when I give it to you. And you're sitting here as the beggar. But really, in this position, this person's energy is like they want to be this person in the red cloak. They want to be this person that's giving the coins out, because that's how they're usually able to maneuver the situation with you. But now that you've decided that you're going to hold back communication, or that you're going to do something a different way, they're the one who's the beggar. You're the one in the cloak. So it's like, it's this duality, flip-floppy energy that I don't like. And I feel like they're trying to get you to focus on some positive aspect of their life or some positive change that they've made. But it's going to end up reverting back to this devil energy. And I don't like that. What's the 6 of Pentacles? 3 of Pentacles. Now, a lot of you could be getting a lot of new ideas coming in, a lot of inspiration. Follow those hunches, Page of Wands. Have the courage to follow your hunches as quickly as you possibly can without rushing, and it's going to lead you to a lot of success. There's someone around you who sees you building something that they want to be a part of or that they want to contribute to. What's the 6 of Pentacles with the 3 of Pentacles? Knight of Pentacles, right. There's a strong earth sign energy around you. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, strong Taurus, and Capricorn. Devil's here. Taurus with the Empress, possibly Libra. Maybe even Virgo, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. Somebody wants to procure your services, purchase your services. You could be receiving some type of raise or promotion or recognition at work. Something that's moving slowly, or it took you a long time to build it or figure it out or work out the kinks or smooth it out or whatever. But someone is offering you something. Some of you guys may get a contract. Some of you guys may get an offer to do work. I feel like the work is balanced though. It with the scales, it feels like there's going to be a balance of like fun, entertainment, jovial times, but there's also going to be serious times as well. Or if you have clients, you may have clients that are more intense and serious, and then you may have some that are more light and, free. But neither one is bad or good. It's just a variety. I feel like there's going to be some type of variety with your employment or your work, or maybe with travel when it comes to work, where you go, what you do, what type of jobs that you have. Some of you may be doing like gig work. Some of you may be doing temp jobs, but it's like there's money coming in. The energy around you is an energy of giving and receiving. I feel like the card just beeped. I feel like there are people who want to give in order to receive from you. But I also feel like there's people who are slow to give because they want to try to receive from you. So you're going to have to use your discernment to see the difference between people who are codependent and who want to ride off your energy, or people who are really equally reciprocal to the energy that you're putting out. But either way, there's an energy of giving. There's an energy of investment around you. That's 10 pentacles. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You get what I'm saying? You're also doing something independently, and people are seeing that. The Fool. Ooh, and the Five of Swords. See, that's what I'm saying. Aquarius energy. The future of your business, the future of your job, the future of your income and your money, Pisces. It feels like it's coming from new sources. But use your discernment about these sources. There's a new source of income coming in. It could be very competitive though. So I don't know how long you're going to be in it. It could be temporary too, because you could be building something else on the back end. You may be waiting for something to end, or you may be waiting for a cycle to kind of turn over, something to move forward, and it could end very quickly. But it's going to cause you to see something clearly. I feel like whatever this is with the energy around you, it's like you've realized over time that you're going to have to cut people out of your life. 10 of Swords, Ace of Swords. You've realized over time that you expect for people not to support you, or you expect for people to sabotage you, or you expect for people to stab you in the back. You're realizing that you have to expect this so that it doesn't bother you as much, so that it doesn't affect you when it happens, so that it doesn't like slow you down or throw you off. And you're not really connected to this Five of Swords. You're not really affected by this Five of Swords. And it helps you keep focused on what you need to do and stay confident in what you're investing in, despite whatever conflict is going on, so that you can reach this 10 of Pentacles. That's kind of what it feels like to me. And you're starting to pay more attention to what's in front of you versus who's behind you. That's interesting. Let me see. What cards do I want to use? What cards do I want to use? I think I'll use these Kippers. And you guys, I've been trying to link the decks that I use in the shop section where you can attach like decks and stuff like that. I've been trying to link those. Sometimes I can't find them though. Like some of my more, like I got a lot of obscure decks that come from like Etsy that are not attached to that whole situation. So, what's hidden in this situation that Pisces doesn't see? Ooh, whatever you're working on is going to pay off, baby. Okay. If you feel like your work is not paying off, that's a lie. What else does Pisces not see? Community. Yeah. The work that you're doing in the community is not going unnoticed. That's what I just heard. Ooh, great fortune. Some of you guys might come across some. This could be work opportunities. This could be business opportunities, partnerships, sponsorships, jobs, careers, property, land, assets, anything that involves some type of great fortune. 26. That's an 8. Toil and labor. That's 38. That's an 11. Dang. 39 is 12, which is a 3. So you're going to gain some type of great fortune from your community or from helping the community. Work that you're doing in the community is not going unnoticed. Wow. Imprisonment, 29. That's an 11 too. Somebody could be going to jail, 1111. Somebody who could be trying to cause conflict or disruption in what you're doing for the community could be put in a place of bondage. It doesn't have to be physical jail. It could be spiritual jail. But it's like someone who's a pest who's trying to stop this progress of you moving forward out of envy or jealousy or whatever this is. They're going to be blocked from being able to do that. You may also gain some type of assets or something from, I'm getting like a legal situation. I'm not sure why, or a contract. Some of you guys are going to be in a contract where you're going to be doing some type of work for the community. I don't know. That's the messages that I'm getting. I can't really get anything else. Let's just get some positive advice. Because listen, it doesn't matter who steps in your way. On the Six of Wands, there's a hater in the background. Five of Swords, that's definitely a hater. You know what I mean? Sometimes in the Six of Pentacles, this person who's not getting the pentacles is the hater. You get what I mean? So it's like there's always going to be a hater somewhere. But I feel like a lot of you guys, because of this card coming out so strongly in the beginning, the safe card, you guys are building a safe space for yourself where you're not allowing that type of energy to affect you. And you're just doing the work that you need to do. And it's like, not only is the toil and labor in reverse because your work is paying off, but it's also in reverse because you know, it's like the belief that you have about what you do is going to be more important than the response that you get for what you do. If you believe that what you do is for a good reason, is for a good cause, and you have good motives and intentions for your actions, that's always going to carry you further than looking for outward validation. And I'm telling you that from experience. Some people may call me a hypocrite. Some people may say that I don't practice what I preach. But at the end of the day, I learn every day. I never said I was perfect, bitch. I said I'm healing. I'm not healed. Duh. So get off it. Because every single time I see this in a reading, every single time I have an experience in my own life, I'm learning and growing from it. So I really don't give a fuck what anybody have to say about it. I care about those of you who see what I'm saying and who understand what I'm saying to be true. And I hope that you guys understand that sometimes I got to cuss a few people out because I feel their energy. And that's just how this shit works. Okay? But let's get some advice. If y'all want to book a reading, the link is in the description box below. I told y'all things were going to be changing. What is the advice for Pisces? Okay, just because something is not happening right now doesn't mean that it will never happen. Divine timing is at play. Be patient and trust the process. Exactly. Right. So something is in the works. The universe is moving things around underneath things, behind the scenes, underneath the surface. Like there are things that are being moved around in your favor. If you find yourself constantly seeing reoccurring numbers or words, that could be the Page of Wands, it's a sign that you are being supported, cared for, and divinely protected by the universe. Beautiful things are about to happen to you, Pisces. And I need you to get excited again. I need you to remember you're not in this thing alone. I'm working on your challenges. I've already assigned angels to you. So let go of the stress and just trust me. I've got a pretty incredible ending in store. In fact, that's why you need to get excited again, because the happy ending I've got coming is going to rock your world, period. So I hope that helped you guys. As always, be sure to like and subscribe to continue to catch that vibe. Turn on your post notifications because you never know where I'm finna pop up, honey. And remember, Pisces, this is our Circle Booze. Bye.